That's perfect. And this discussion around personalized versus off the shelf kind of segues nicely into, I think, one of our audience questions here around cost efficiency. So I'm interested in your perspectives on that, how your approaches align with current mAb-based treatments. The question is from Wangsa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it is, would therapeutic vaccine be more cost-effective than the current monoclonal antibody-based treatment? So, Johanna, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, we have to give probably a differentiated answer today versus what we would say in a few years when some of the checkpoint molecules come off patent. But at this point in time, obviously, some of these checkpoint courses that in an ideal case, if tolerability is sufficient and efficacy kicks in, people can take for up to 2 years. So that is obviously hugely costly activity, and in that sense, I would offer that a few, however many that may be, depending on the modality, a few initial vaccine doses would be certainly more cost efficient. Although I would caution us to compare the ones as either or therapeutic regimens and maybe think about them more as a combination. So I don't think we will fully get away from having to, stem the costs for the healthcare system of these checkpoint inhibitors to make some of these therapeutic effects durable. But for a virotherapeutic derived from a live attenuated viral vaccine platform, I can certainly say that our cost of goods would be significantly lower than courses of monoclonal antibodies at that point. How pricing will change post PD-1 inhibition becoming more generic is a different story that I don't think I'm well equipped to predict.
Okay, yeah, appreciate that. Peter, Robert, anything to add to that conversation around cost efficiency compared to MABs?
Yeah, I would say just on a pure cost of goods perspective, the mRNA technologies are fabulously more cost efficient to produce, right? You're doing away with cell culture. You're doing away with, a lot of the purification that comes after cell culture in the big bioreactors. From that point, it's definitely more cost effective. Now, and just simply making the mRNA and the LNP, right? So, but then we're going to see a range of things from off-the-shelf products, for things like, the tumor-associated antigens and the common mutated genes, that, those will be stock products that will be, should be, quite a bit less expensive than, head to head with an on-patent monoclonal antibody or biologic, right? But then as soon as we go to a personalized vaccine and we're doing, we're pulling a biopsy, we're doing the sequencing, we're doing custom manufacturing, that cost will be probably be significantly higher than, something that's off the shelf, right? Whether that's a, off the shelf, mRNA-based vaccine, or that's an off the shelf monoclonal antibody, that's still under patent.
Sure.
So, just because of the manpower that goes into it and the, the personalized, the personalized construction of that vaccine. So we're going to see a range of things across the board.